Okay. I think there's some explanations that need to go underway. I realized a little bit after I came back up with a fresh stream that there were some drop frames, and then suddenly the stream went off entirely. Then it took some time to come back, and now we are here at present with the death of Ashen Rook and the revelation of Satan goes in our midst. We will continue this after I finish this mac and cheese meal that I had made myself and was going to speak with during the intermission. I am now thankful that I even made this living room intermission. This is probably the way to go forward for the time being. And I have to fix the stuff that's on the previous intermission page, because I'm almost certain that that's the root cause area of drop frames entirely. Just sounds so logical, right? Alright, I'll go back to muted to eat my fucking mac and cheese. I just had an idea of what else I could put on this screen. I might do that by the time the next stream happens. But not now. Not now. Okay. So, we should be back now, I think. Yes. Is music still playing? There it is. And I'll even double check, you see. Yeah, sure enough, it's definitely still going. We should put my phone on mute again and keep it live so we know what's happening for him. So, now that I've eaten, and now that we're actually back, we should be able to continue forward. As long as I can pause the music. Laugh and cry. There isn't even the right album art for that. It's probably because I have too many things running in the background. I apologize. Again. Bolly joy. Yeah, it's taking its sweet time, not responding. Should've just, like, fully rebooted it from a zilch start. Most probably. Sip of that Dr. Pepper, that's all we gotta do. Sippy sippy Dr. Pepper, pep 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 pep. Oh me, oh my. We'll get there, don't worry. Patience is a virtue. As always. We still go music B? You wanna focus and let me see the yeah. That button. I wanted to press just the one. Okay. Alright. Now, taskbar, can you please? It's my fault for having it be like it's always hidden until you hover over it. Now I just gotta do this. Can you not just alt tab, Joshua? Is that gonna take too long? Most probably. My goodness. Click. Almost there. Can I pause the playback on my laptop at least? That's what I want to do. Just this once. Momentarily. It still says 10:04, though I doubt it. I truly do. Yeah, it's definitely still going. Hey, where'd my mouse go? Show the mouse up. It's because I was hovering over the video. My goodness. See, when I tell you that I have a crap top, I really do have a crap top. It's hardly a thing that I want to live with, but apparently I have to. It's sad. We cry all at the same time. I can deal with it later. Bring up the OBS. Go back to the main thing. And let's continue as we were. Okay. With the death of Bashir Rook and the revelation that Shelley Tequila was in our midst, the case has taken a turn that we could never have predicted. Mr. Knight ordered that the doors of the presidential plane be opened, and the emergency personnel attending to Mr. Rook's body were asked to leave. With the scene cleared, we stepped cautiously aboard. Check this place out, March 25th, 4:15 p.m. Zeng Fa presidential plane. No president in sight. Now where could he be? Who knows? Who knows? So he's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous in the face of danger as ever. Sorry to disappoint, but did you seriously expect him to be standing here waiting to meet his assassin? As we've already established, my interest lies only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. Now, Mr. Rick, if you would be so kind as to examine the book. Alright. My only other option right now is to play alone. The rest is up to you, Detective Gumshoe. Begin investigation! Okay, not yet. So the attempted assassination of the president had become the murder of a bodyguard. You look like you could use a little help there, Mr. Edgeworth. Not that I need it, but yes. That's what I thought. Then there's nothing else for it. Hey Faraday, Great Thief extraordinaire, we'll just have to take it from here. Oh, really? You mean you're going to solve the case for me? Nope! I thought not. But I will provide vital assistance. Now let's go to scouring this crime scene from top to bottom. It will take Detective Gumshoe a while to assemble our backup, so I'll need to draw this part of the investigation out as long as possible. Boof, boof, biff, boof. Okay, now we're into the new stuff, so now we can actually really experiment with what's going on here. What is it, Mr. Restriv? Notice anything? So there were 2 red-hooded assassins? Well, I don't know if we can say that with any certainty just yet. But Mr. The Killer was a professional assassin, right? And Tabby was pointing a laser sight at the president. Nah, I give up. This one's a real mindbender. If the truth cannot be discerned, it's because something is obscure. No, I gotcha. So if you can thwart that something, the next treasure bag we find will be the secret. The treasure we bag will be the truth. Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I've been studying up on how to investigate like a pro. Have you really? Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, so basically you examine stuff, and that helps you figure out what evidence is information in the bag. Then you connect some of the info you picked up, present some evidence you pocketed, and poof! Suddenly you're making up for the greatest treasure of all, the truth! Well, can't say I've been putting work in, can you? I applaud the effort, Kay. It's funny. I can't believe a real-life assassin is asking us to investigate a real-life crime. Just what is this game? Either way, all we can do now is push on ahead. Let's do this, Mr. Edgeworth. Or Mr. Rook! And I messed up the fucking buttons because I'm used to present being a top button, and yet I still get messed up with it. Okay, tell us more about the red ring. Hey, I'm a great thief. I totally sympathize. If you feel you gotta grab something, you should just go ahead and grab it, even if it's worthless. It doesn't seem to take much of my little treasure. What about the badge then? That's a cool badge. Very severe. As it should be. After all, it symbolizes both the sanctity and the strictness of the law. Yeah, well, my badge symbolizes love, justice, peace, courage, purity, and compassion. What about your beloved truth? Okay. So, I'm interested in, can we investigate the door? We can investigate that there, but we can't. 2 gas masks, in case of a poison gas attack, I suppose. The president certainly seemed to think he's at risk of assassination all the time. Wow, a gas mask! I've never seen one before. I've heard plenty about it, of course. Oh, without a thief, I presume? No, from the Jammin' Ninja! You know, my favorite kids' TV show. Princess Murasaki was getting married, but talked to Ninja Wolfspade and told him to lay down for a sick burn. Wolfspade, neat. And time to tune it. Might save myself a brain cell, too. It's an option. A riot shield, and next to it, a canary in a cage. Aw, she's so sweet! I want one. You ever see a cuter partner in crime? Partner in crime? Well, yeah. She can help me with lockpicking, stuff like that. Great Thief is no greater ally than nature, Mr. Edgeworth. Sadly, such birds are most commonly used for protecting poisonous gases. Wait, this one isn't actually for that, is it? It's not. We can investigate the desk, I know that. I must scour to see anything that catches my attention. Ew! Some documents of some kind. We can always steal a glance. Also covered in case amphibious assault. The president's safety is paramount. Spectator areas should be covered at all times. Another security. Oh yeah, I like the one from the trash can. Precisely. Oh wait, something feels off. So, I wonder if it means this. Eureka! The 2 plans are different. Does the security detail reorganize at some point? Huh? Oh, you're right! March 24th to March 19th. Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. Why the urgency? Because of what happened the day before. The killer here tried to take him down. He infiltrated the security detail. Posed as one of us. Rook figured it out first, but not before the guy who got revenge striking the president. If our leader hadn't stepped in just then, we'd all have been out of a job. Look at all them, look at those birdie fellas. Now that I'm drunk, I can continue. Now that I'm drunk. Buddy me and our friend here wound up with a seriously twisted arm. Rook put a bullet in for good measure, though, too. And where were you when this is happening? You were the first one I ever powered. Ooh, that's embarrassing. Shut up, kid. Now I get it. Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. Ooh, it's you! Busted up my neck so bad I can't even look to my right. I was somewhat astonished to have sustained an injury at all. A testament to Rook's skill. He is truly a master of his craft. Unlike a certain other someone I could mention. I'm just as good as he ever was. You're a pawn to his queen, my young friend. What the heck do you know? So that's why you remember Mr. Rook's name. You admire his skills as a bodyguard. Indeed. While I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. But his in particular stayed with me. It joined the very short list of those who have ever successfully wounded me. So that's the connection he was talking about. And that's why we changed up the security plan. Had to be sure there wasn't any more assassins in the ring. The president didn't want anybody on stage he didn't trust, and he only trusts two people. Me and Rook. Security plans updated. Which changed only yesterday. How does that explain change of position? Oh yeah, he switched over to the right-hand side. I told you, I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. So I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. Knight can't turn his head to the right, so he must move to the right side of the stage. Bum. I guess when I think about it in hindsight, the fact that the stream split at the point where the demo ended and the new stuff began, that's kind of intriguing in a way. But thankfully, now that I figured out the, make sure the audio plays in the right audio channel to give it to people, other than just you, yeah, now people can actually hear things, which is incredible. That looks heavy. This is what a president wears, huh? Just made it something super special. Yes, protected from bullets. What? It's not just for show? Of course not. This is a bulletproof vest. It has a bullet lodged in it. Is it the president? Oh, so that's what one of those looks like. Why didn't you just say so? Now I feel silly. Silly goober. And also all these person safety alarms are very colorful. I think a lot of us will use as well. I think by that I was caught up, so I'm gonna press the pause button on that. Hopefully that actually did work. It probably did. Yeah, there is. I like the president. He seems like a thoughtful guy. Buying these for his kids, maybe his wife too. Why would he even be here if that was the case? For his own personal use. Objection, Your Honor. He said he's not possible one person used this many personal alarms. Why, you ask? Because he is human and therefore possesses only 2 hands. 20 hands wouldn't be enough to count the number of objections I have to that objection. It's a lot of objections. A curious figure of a curious animal with a curious expression staring right at me. And look, there's a big lever right by its butt! Don't even think about it. Oh, I wasn't thinking anything, I swear. I imagine the lever opens the panel beneath my feet. Oh, I see. So he's standing on a trapdoor. I strongly advise you not to do so, and you will regret it. You know, I'm okay with taking some advice, especially when it's from a professional killer. Is that everything? Yeah, we can't look at anything else. So I think, yeah, that's the entirety of that. Let's talk with Killer. My high hopes for your investigation do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Look at this. I must admit, I've never seen one of these up close. It's akin to a license, correct? I too. No way! You have a license to kill? No, but I must spell it out for you. Nope, all good, thanks. You can keep that little nugget of truth locked up nice and tight in your heart, okay? So, even a great piece of bravado quickly crumbles in the face of an assassin. What about this? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Edgeworth. Kinda awkward. If you would like to talk business, we could do so later in private. What's that supposed to mean? You really think that's the key to cracking this case? I may not see it, Mr. Knight. Mr. Edgeworth has his method. His reasons for presenting such an item are myriad, I am sure. Yeah, precisely. I won't get away with too many times. So that's just gonna be the default text, fine. Let's see what else. None of that. He might say something about the plans. Huh? Where did you get that? This is today's security plan for the president's speech, correct? Yeah, that's right. There's me, and there's Rook. Should have been me standing there, not him. I can't help but feel that he has some unresolved issues when it comes to Mr. Rook. Such a frightfully blunt instrument, no knowledge or skill required. The use of such a tool speaks to such a fundamental lack of reverence for the craft, wouldn't you say? You're telling me there's a level of reverence involved in choosing a murder weapon? Indeed I am, Mr. Rook. You wouldn't agree. A weapon is a weapon. Well, I totally agree, and so does he! I say sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. What does that aim to apologize for? I think that one in the fan translation was like, do you really think there's honor among thieves or something like that? Unless there's another one like that. There's like only a couple, one after this yet. This single piece of evidence was all it took for you to track me down. You really are as good as they say. I still don't get why you hid it under the samurai dog stand. As I said, I did not wish to be mistaken for the shooter. A shooter you identified by means of a different jacket entirely. Or do you doubt your own logical conclusions? I have to admit, there are no lies detected in his words. Alright, mutual understanding. Things are progressing well, I hope. There's no need to worry. Things are progressing just fine. Remember, I absolutely despise betrayals of all kinds. Yes, I know. Indeed you do. So please, do take care not to double-cross me, accidentally or otherwise. Really have no choice but to do as he says for now. Can't believe a little assassin onto the president's plane. You know very well it was for the good of the investigation, Mr. Knight. Don't give me that. I know what you really want. You do indeed, because you heard me say it already. I wish to know the truth behind Mr. Rook's death. But you did also say you were asked to assassinate the president by a certain someone. You seem to have forgotten that there are more pressing matters at hand. Ah! I don't often carry out unpaid work, but it's not entirely unheard. Ah! Fine. I'll get back to the investigation. Good. I am expecting great things from you, Mr. Edgeworth. Great things in its entirety. Yes, yes. Absolutely. So, we can't investigate the door, we can investigate this. Someone has left an inflatable boat in an oar. Probably so it's ready to go at any time. Wait, but there's only one oar! It's not around one oar, you know. Miss Lloyd, suspicion of murder. I didn't do it, I'm a reporter. I bag scoops, not souls. And why lie about your jacket and the laser sight? That was, I just knew y'all would think it was fishy. Is that really what it was? Please, you gotta believe me, I could never do something like this. I'd like to tell you everything will be alright, but just try not to worry too much. If you really are innocent, I'll prove it one way or another. Thanks, Chief, I believe in you. How many times do I tell you I am not your chief? No, sorry, Ruffles. Completely forgot you were chief number 2. That's not what I meant. Can you tell us more about the jacket? The prosecutor's manner is impenetrable, and he cross-examines his subject without mercy. I was rendered speechless before him. But I haven't even said anything yet. Okay, so that's the default. Cheryl was the one who made that recording, but I know, you don't need to say anymore. At the end of the day, I'm just a lousy reporter who can't even speak for herself, let alone the people. That's not true, and even if you can't, the evidence can speak on your behalf. The truth is always hidden within the evidence, and it'll always reveal itself in the end. Thanks, where are you, Rat? I'll be stealing that mine, if you don't mind. Sure. Cheer her up, I suppose, again, with the slide. Suddenly, the prosecutor pulls out a revolver and pointed it right at the innocent young reporter. Hey, is that a Beals reference? Her tragically short life over, almost before it had begun, she crumbled, doll-like, into a watery grave. After you'd actually been shot, I could understand you saying such awful things, Miss Lloyd. But if I wait that long, I won't be able to say nothing at all. True. Useless. Useless. Still got a couple more things. Oh, that was the same thing, so either one of those would have triggered this dialogue. And again. I guess I'm glad to make the front page after all, just not for the reasons I wanted. We've only scratched the surface of this case, Miss Lloyd. It may not have to end that way. The assassination they never saw coming. Demon in reporter's clothing. The shimmer and the G-Devil. Could this stunning young journalist ready to be a killer? I'll be the target of tabloids. The tabloids. The subject of scuttlebutt from here to who knows where. I'm sure those titles are a tad too much, even for the trashiest of papers. He flashes his steely pointed badge and growls. Fess up or you'll be stewing under this light until the cows come home. I've literally never said that. But then the mean old detective chimes in with, yeah, and you won't be getting away beef stew either, pal. What exactly are you doing, Miss Lloyd? No, just a little practice. Prepping for the interrogation, y'all. No doubt fixing to put me through. But that prosecutor has nothing to do with the grilling or stewing of suspects. See, this is the plot. This is why I wanted to do this, because there's gonna be some interesting dialogue changes in comparison. You can investigate this door. Presence on the other side of this door. And what a door it is! Back and get the better of it, though. Get the better of it? Doors aren't there to be beaten. But look how heavy it is. Look at that lock. It's just sitting there, begging me to try it. Yeah, you could punch a K. You could do whatever you want. Calm down, K, and think. Why might this door be locked? For me to open it, of course. Precisely. For you to open it, of course. Wait, what is the right answer anyway? It's a bank of monitors displaying camera feeds from in and around the planet. I love how it even has it on the middle, so you can see anything that catches my eye. This one has static. These monitors are displaying the cockpit and parts of the plane's exterior. I never see anything out of the ordinary. This monitor is displaying a feed of this very room. They don't go cheap when they bought it, huh? Very high res. Uh-oh. I'm afraid I can't quite tell myself. I can even see the little crow's feet around your eyes. Oh, my bad. That is the usual deeply gashed lines. You know, on your forehead. You're quite finished. That's the actual cockpit, I think. Pictures of the lake, the outside of the plane. Most intruders could opt not to approach without being spotted. Such measures would be mere child's play in my case. Whoa, you say you can get past cameras like this without being seen? Of course. Would be. You have to teach me how, please! Are you taking on apprentices by any chance? Kay, you do realize who you're talking to, don't you? Oh, sorry. Had to ask, though. What a great skill for a great feat to know. Unfortunately for you, I'm not the type to take on understudies. You're not, huh? Shame. Shame? In what way exactly? And I suppose the only other thing is gotta be the doll! What on earth is this? You know that? Well, it's the president's favorite plush. It's a memento something. Anyway, don't touch. If that's the case, then why has it been left up there like nobody cares about it? Yeah, it is really weird. Certainly wouldn't be the first person would think to display a beloved item. Wait, are those shards of glass in them? I thought something seemed strange about this cubby hole, but now I'm sure. There was almost certainly another monitor here. Ooh, pardon me. Jot it down in my organizer. I guess that is everything. The only thing we can do now is, I guess, investigate the bloody buddy. Mr. Bastion. Bastion, I swear to God. Briefcase. The bulletproof attaché case. Bodyguards using to shield their clients from the gunfire. There was some case photograph too. Looks like Rook and Knight each had one. Bulletproof attaché case caught it down. Designed to provide protection from gunfire, Knight and Rook each issued one. No, hey, that's the photo I snatched. You can hardly steal a photo at a public event, Kay. But I'm snatching up a moment in time of every picture I take, you know. I take it snatch is your new favorite word. Maybe. As long as it's not the advertisement. Yeah. Okay. Bulletproof vest assassination attempts. If it's premeditated, why else would he be wearing a vest? Maybe? It's got a bullet. Nope. No logical connection between those two things. Okay, so we can't do anything here yet. It's the victim, Mr. Bastion Rook, the bodyguard to the president Zhang Fa. He's one of the guys that brought the president inside as soon as possible, as soon as the shooting started. Which means he continued to do his duty right up until his dying breath. grabbing things. I'm grabbing peels, grabbing peels. Peels here. Nah, it's just a... What elsewise things. At least I'll get posthumously promoted? Okay. It's better to know when they say nothing at all than to end up with your foot in your mouth. What do you mean? I mean, bodyguard studies can operate in the same rank promotion system in the first place. Not in the slightest. Got the trap door connected to the lever on that curious figurine. It's all curious, isn't it, Edward? Someone to open it, everything will fall through. Mr. Rook, instead of killing. What do you think about it? I wasn't. I mean, I wouldn't dream of thinking of ways to take you down. Might I suggest you keep your monologues internal? Think of the monologues. Oh, no, that's... That is some fast speed, though. The bullet seemed to have entered just under his armpit and went clean through his body. What an end. He was hit in his area by his bulletproof vest, didn't cover. Like it was on purpose or something, huh? The cause of death would appear to be loss of blood. Attempts were made to stanch it, but to no avail. Stanch is a word I'm not familiar with, but hey. Shut it down the organizer. The medics must have been brought in to try and save him. Sadly, it was too little too late. He also has a gun on hand. The victim was also carrying a revolver. Looks like he was trying to use it. Probably drew it on instinct when he felt threatened. We should check to see if he managed to fire any rounds off. All that, and no other signs of the weapon having been used. Was this one on loan from Zangbar too? Yep, it sure was. We're always issued with the same model gun. Interesting. A 6-shooter revolver on loan from Zangbar has not been fired. What's that? I guess it's everything there. So I suppose we really do have to do some logic now. Where did it end up? In the president's? Maybe? Yeah! 2 bullets were fired in total. We noticed because 2 shots were heard. One traveled through the flag and into the balloon. The other took Mr. Rook's life. But there's a bullet in the president's vest too, right? How is that possible? How indeed. The numbers don't add up, Mason. However, there is one possible explanation. There is? After passing through his body, the bullet took Mr. Rook's life, then found itself lodged into the vest. In other words, 2 of our bullets were in fact 1. No way! He's right. If the president had been wearing the vest, things could have been a lot worse. He wasn't injured at all by the impact. Even when obstructed by a vest, a bullet can inflict serious damage. Sure, I've known guys who got broken bones that way. The president's okay. He's made of strong stuff. Sounds like he didn't even need a vest. Something carried away here. I want that bullet's ballistic markings analyzed. Remind me what those are again? Guns leave a unique pattern on grooves every bullet they fire. By examining these grooves, we can use them to identify which gun it came from. Think of them as fingerprints of the sort. You can tell all that from a bullet? Then what are we waiting for? Analyze away! It might be easier said than done. That bullet hit solid armor. The impact would have completely flattened it. You'd be lucky there's anything left for forensics to find. What? But also set for some analyzing. Pout. Jotted down on the organizer, the bulletproof vest itself. Do seem familiar. Wait. The 2 guns are exactly the same. Meaning it's likely the one we found is also from Zangfar. We're all data updated. The bodyguards all got their guns from Zangfar authorities, right? Yes. Are they, like, super rare or anything? No, I don't believe so. This model isn't exactly easy to come by in this country, but it's certainly not impossible either. Boo! And here I thought they might be valuable treasures. Yes, it is something of a shame. Whoa! I just mentioned treasures and you actually responded for once. I only mean to point out that if the guns were rarer, it would be much easier to trace them. Which would have made them treasures of the evidence variety, I suppose. Ha! See? Everything's a treasure hunt one way or another, including this investigation. You could say that. Alright then, it's treasure hunting time. On with the investigation. He certainly seems a lot more enthusiastic all of a sudden. That's quite enough investigating for now. Ugh. Why is he talking taking so long, Detective Gumshoe? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, you solved the case? No, not yet. Is that so? Then perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you do so. Another witness? Who? You don't mean... the most important witness of all, the man on the other side of that door. He really intends to have me question the president? Now if you'd be so kind as to summon him, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop right there, Tequila. You're nuts if you think I'd let him anywhere near you. Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you're working through the security feed, aren't you? In which case, I politely request that you show yourself. That is, if you value what he costs in money. Grr. Silence falls upon the plane room, the court plane. Well then, if nothing else, we now know what kind of a man you really are. Mr. President! Stop! You can't do this! This all just calm down, alright? Come on, Detective, where the blazes are you? Eek! The lights! What happened? Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth. I would advise you to stay very still. It seems I will not be granting my audience with the President after all, even with Mr. Knight's life as my bargaining chip. No! Stop! Ah! Eek! Kay! You won't get away with this, Dr. Killer. Dr. the Killer! I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. Where are you? Where'd you go? Ah! I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Worth. Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe? Sir, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's on the ground! Oh my god, look at his fucking dome! Look at that hair in the sprite. Pros, I think, look at that hair. His hands are also darker for some reason. I guess it's just shadows. He's back. Must have been knocked unconscious. Sir, you're okay. Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Never mind me. He didn't hurt you, did he, Kay? Nah, I'm fine. I just woke up myself. My hair will be sore for a while, but that's about it. So you can stop worrying. Look what hiccup. Detective, did you manage to stop the killer? Well, see, Miss Lloyd came running out the plane, and she told her she'd flown the coop. We were too late. I'm sorry, sir. Bodyguard over there told us something too. Seems there's an inflatable boat missing from behind the window. The killer must have stolen and rowed himself across the lake. What about the cordon and cross around the park? The cordon around the park. I'd called everybody back in to stake out the place, including the guy stationed across the water. No, so it's completely slipped through our fingers. Not the best look for the department, but yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight, you're alive. Yeah, no thanks to that murderer. He's such a pain in the neck, you see. Oh, that reminds me. I found this lying on the ground next to you. A calling card. Marked with a seashell. Guess he wanted to leave a message. Calling card data jotted down in my organizer. Left behind by the assassin, Shelley, the killer, when he made his escape, adorned with his distinctive seashell emblem. Put that down. Dr. Pepper, baby. The killer usually leaves these next to the bodies of his victims. But you're not dead, sir. But I could have been. Maybe that's the message. I can't stop thinking about his parting words. I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. And now I know the truth. Sure about what? Roger that, I'll clear out here, sir. Over. What's going on? Well, that was the president. He's coming out. Now? Well, congratulations! Look at him, though. He's massive. Wang. Also, this music. So he's the president of Zhengfa, Mr. Dijong Wang. And you are? It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth. The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth.
I am Dijun Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Zhengfa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis.
You must be referring to the Yatagarasu case. Thank you, sir. All I did was solve a few levels.
You are too humble. I have been observing your investigation.
You are an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth. Even if the killer did get away. It's very kind of you to say. That's what you put security people.
Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes.
What do you mean? Flip the bird.
Hear me, foolish prosecutor, for I shall say this only once. Night has apprised me to the state of the affairs. And from this point forward, this case will be handled by Zhengfa's police force, the finest in the world.
What do you think you're doing, pal? Nobody talks to Mr. Edgeworth like that. If it hadn't been for him, the killer would have... Detective! Forgive me, Mr. Edgeworth, but I must confess to being somewhat confused. I fail to see how or why this case falls within the St. Class jurisdiction.
You fail to see? Enough, puny prosecutor! You shall explain. You seek explanation from a head of state? I say no. 1,000 times no. I will not explain myself to you. Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourself from this plague.
I do as he says if I were you, Edgeworth. This can't really be the end of the line, can it? Case evidence handed to Mr. Knight. Why? Why did this come so far and you pulled the case out from under us?
Now you may leave. Knight, detain the suspect.
Yes, sir, right away.
To make an attempt on my life? To murder one of my faithful servants? The effrontery! The villainy!
I didn't murder nobody. Cause I... Shut your mouth, Miss Journalist.
Answer me this. In a world already lousy with lies, deception, such sin and iniquity, can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no! 1,000 times no! There can be no forgiveness. There can be no surrender. Why, you ask me? Then I will tell you.
You're hiding something, I'm certain of it. And if I leave now, we'll never know the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, there's gotta be something we can do. Humph. Wait on the finger. Think, Miles, remember. How many times have you faced situations like this in the courtroom? You've confronted the lies of witnesses and countered the arguments of other lawyers. Has the critical evidence always been laid at your feet? Oh, did I miss a line there? I think I glazed a little bit. No, it's the only word I missed. 3 single characters put into the text, and yet you always get to the truth of the situation in the end. With your greatest weapon of all, your words! Here is the second of the 2 logic chesses per case. Yes. Analyze the state of play.
Begone, puny prosecutor, or do you dare defy the direct order of the president?
He's not going to listen. He clearly means to drown out any objection by means of pure rhetorical force. When an opponent is on the offensive, the best thing he has to do is fight my time. As he said himself, he's a head of state. The seasoned politician wouldn't open himself up to attack easily. I can't let him bully me into submission, and I have to stay calm and alert. If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find my moment. My first aim should be to find out why he's insisting on getting large deals. The board is set. Time to make my opening gambit. He said the word! Y'all know it. Please, about the case.
Did I give you permission to speak? No, 1,000 times no. I'm the leader of Zhengfa. I have no time for your insolent backchat.
I was simply hoping to confirm one basic fact. You say that the investigation will now be assigned to the National Police.
I do! Now enough of your pointless questions.
I don't think you should approach when he's pointing with me.
Huh, good boy. The interior of this plane is the sovereign territory of Zhengfa. You have no rights here.
Is that so? Could it be that our current location itself is significant somehow? I should keep that in mind. It could be a useful clue. Explain to me why I'm off the case. Can you please explain to me why I'm off the case?
Imbecile! Cease your insolent jabbering! I need not explain myself to you. My reasons are my own, and they are none of your concern. It relates to our current location. In the course of our conversation, I produced certain facts from the agent threat. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing the current location. You smarmy smart alike. As you said yourself, the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of Zanzibar. And from that, you could infer that you believe the rules of extraterritoriality apply inside here. Enough! Cease your objectionable whining. Are things getting too hot for you, President? You could rant and roar all you like, but you wouldn't escape my scrutiny. It was the unmistakable. The moment I mentioned extraterritoriality, you became visually agitated. He's panting and breathing. Gleam. You think you're clever, don't you? Let me answer your little question. It's true, extraterritoriality applies! Your laws mean nothing here. And why does that matter, you ask? Well, you'll find out very briefly, because I feel something. I'm not even going to further with the mission. I'm just going to mute the mic, so I'll be back in a bit.
Well, imagine thinking that was going to be a short break. Why does that matter, you ask?
It matters because it means you are powerless. You have no influence nor authority here.
Interesting. So that's the extraterritoriality issue does. So the extraterritoriality issue does have something to do with this. Let's dig a little deeper into the claim of Plane's sovereign territory, shall we? Let's do that. Because next we will surely decide the fact. He may be the president, but nobody's untouchable. Have to find the right angle of attack. You've overplayed your hand. You believe that extraterritoriality applies here. Can you prove it?
Do you even understand what you are asking?
Of course. If I didn't, I wouldn't ask you.
Have you no shame? Calling into question the good word of one such as myself?
I don't want to shoot you. But he's got the finger up.
I have no more time for this. You clearly cannot be saved from your own foolishness.
You needn't worry about me. I'm the one who needs to be saving. That would be Miss Lloyd, the woman who's being wrongfully accused of this crime.
Your chivalry is admirable, but it changes nothing. The right to extraterritoriality cannot be denied. This is Zangfa.
Oh, Lord. You know there's a trap door right underneath you. If you want to take this any further, I need a clue of some kind, so I can't do this yet.
You've overplayed your hand, President.
Surely you've seen you've overplayed your hand.
Nobody asked for your opinion. You need only obey me, nothing else.
Do you think I'll obey you?
You dare tell me how to govern, how to lead? You dare contradict me?
On the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt? Yes. Yes, I do.
No, she is guilty. She's the culprit. There is nothing left to debate.
Yes, of course she's the culprit.
Well, I still have plenty to say.
You must have realized by now what a massive corner you talked yourself into.
Fuck, that's wrong. Worthless, meaningless bluster. Some pathetic void of my time, perhaps?
Ah, maybe it's a little pathetic to chime in like that here. I can't let him bully me onto the back foot. I can't say common alert, but I can read his movements and expressions correctly. I may be able to find them. Okay, so it's gotta be this. Zoom, zoom. Buy my time. Let's bide again.
Who else could have fired from outside the plane? There is no other viable suspect.
Fascinating. Who's claiming Mr. Lloyd fired him from outside the plane? This could be a vital clue. Okay. So, toilet territoriality. Bide. Changes nothing. The right to extraterritoriality. Yeah, this is a kind of point my clue. Outside the plane, you say?
Well, in that case...
I may not be able to call the extraterritoriality of the presidential plane into doubt.
However,
according to you, she shot at you from outside the aircraft, correct? In which case, extraterritoriality could not possibly apply in this case. Your assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Miss Lloyd cannot be justified.
nah! How could I have... Best if I am a prosecutor. But I am the president! The president!
Checkmate. Yay! Health. Because I think I saw from that zoom in that you got a slight monument as well. Checkmate! I trust you wouldn't mind if we continue our investigation now, Mr. President? He nods.
I hereby officially and unreservedly confirm my approval. Considering it a gesture of the magnanimity and generosity for which my good office is known. Yes, for without noble acts such as these, unmistakably and irrefutably, for which reason we hereby, there can be no other outcome, for our goals are lofty and our hearts. People of Zangfa, I swear to you here and now, this investigation will continue.
Oh, that would be interesting. Okay, you got me. Listen, you okay to return the evidence? Tiki.
We got the evidence back, hooray!
We did it, Mr. Edgeworth.
We sure did.
Now the investigation continue.
Whatever, enjoy your pocket full of pawns. I'll be over here enjoying how you put them into play.
definitely enjoy my next one.
Mr. President, one more favor, you'd be so kind. What is it?
Could you please give us your testimony concerning the incident itself?
Now you want me to testify?
Whoa, whoa! That's your next move? If you want the president to testify, you'll have to take him to court.
All in good time, Mr. Knight.
He will get his day in court soon. But if a person of interest refuses to cooperate with the investigative scene of the process, they are obliged to provide detailed justification as their reasons for doing so. That's... What's the matter? Is something you'd rather we didn't know?
Stand down, Knight. I'll do as the prosecutor asks.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Now listen, and listen well.
Eyes. President Wang's testimony.
Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course.
Yeah, this was the arranged soundtrack as well. Sick.
Suddenly, Rook and Knight jumped in front of me. And bang! A shot rang out. A plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to safety with the plane. And then, the second shot. The bullet went right through Rook and lodged itself into the bulletproof vest I was wearing.
I guess if you look at it one way, the president's also a victim here. Yes, the victim of an attempted assassination. Rook was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that makes it even weirder. Why would the target of a crime for to obstruct the investigation?
My guess is that there is something behind all this that he doesn't want made public.
The cover-up then, huh? I knew it was one of his cases that meets the eye. The president isn't the only one who knows the truth. Isn't that right, Mr. Knight? Time to get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Wangus testimony.
So we have all this evidence, 2 pages of it. Can we look at the card, actually? No, it's just a picture of the card. Damn, dude.
Hold it!
And how would you describe the incident exactly?
Oh, you naive little man! Do you really think your silly simple question will shake me? I was involved in a craven attempt to silence me with the cold steel. And while I was speaking to my adoring public, no less.
Hold it!
When they stepped in to protect you, were you aware of the fact that you were being targeted? Was I aware that... No! I was aware of my audience, nothing else. When I stepped up to the podium, I entered another world of entirely. A place of rapture, a place beyond words.
Yeah, I think that's called safe right. I bet you were like a deer in headlights.
No! 1,000 times no! I remember every second, each moment is indelibly etched into my memory. Booker Knight stepped in, I was shocked, overwhelmed, taken aback, gobsmacked.
Then bang, a shot rang out, a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby.
Balloon?
What do you mean? It's the Steel Samurai, right?
Objection!
Jumping ahead a little, I suppose. You say it was a plain red balloon that burst,
but I strongly beg to differ. Take a look at this.
I think you'd agree that it's hardly plain, wouldn't you?
No! What? Who is that?
Mr. President, meet the Steel Samurai. I would have hoped you might recognize him. Especially if you were hoping to ingratiate yourself with the people of this country. Yeah, you need to watch the Jammer Ninja too, he's amazing!
So you see, the balloon that was struck by the bullet was anything but plain. It was, in fact, of the Steel Samurai. But the briefing mentioned 2 plain red balloons. And there they are, right on the security plan.
They do look pretty plain, don't they? Just simple, round balloons.
Knight, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. President. It seems the Steel Samurai balloon was borrowed at the last minute, sir. That's what we were told. Guess they reported the incident to his body. It seems there was a little trouble here on Cyblast. One of the original balloons burst somehow. So they swapped it as an emergency replacement. Yeah, one of the stall holders happened to have it. From what I hear, he was more than willing to lend it out. A very happy-go-lucky kind of guy, that is. A happy-go-lucky stall holder with a Steel Samurai balloon. Just bad. They filled just the bottom part up with air to make it look like the other ornaments of blue. So while it was a steel samurai balloon, it was made to look like a plain red of water. Is that the long and short of it?
Knight! Why was I not informed of this?
Sorry, sir. We didn't think it was a pressing issue. And indeed, you saw it and you know different, correct?
Yes, I suppose so.
Are you really mistaken Mr. Samurai's pants for a plain red balloon? Still, Mr. President, I struggle to see how you noticed it.
Of course!
What's that outburst?
Now I remember! I could barely see the balloon.
You couldn't see it?
That's right! The wind was blowing too hard. The flags at the sides of the stage were flapping incessantly and blocking my view! Is that so? Yes, those two flags. They were being blown back towards me.
There would have been a strong wind blowing right around the time of these. Strong enough to blow the flags in just such a fashion. But does that conflict in any way with our case?
It does.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your testimony has revealed yet another contradiction.
It has? Yes. A contradiction that could turn this case on its head.
When I arrived in the scene, the wind had died down and the flags were resting calmly for much longer. But if the wind had previously been blowing the flags the President describes, a certain piece of evidence suddenly takes on a very different meaning. You know which one that is?
Why, my friends? It's the bullet trajectory.
Take that!
Goes elsewhere.
Earlier we deduced that the bullet had struck the steel samurai balloon. And the bullet that passed through the flag were one and the same. No, it's nothing important. From these two things, he further deduced the trajectory that the bullet must have taken. Supposedly from there. And we conclude that a shooter must have fired from the left side of the spectator area. But if the flags are blowing as the President described, the conclusion becomes quite different. No way! If the flags are pointed the other direction. Exactly. Our trajectory changes completely. And if we trace that trajectory back to its source, we can ascertain who really fired that shot. Wait! Mr. Edgeworth. That would mean... Yeah, it's like, no. You may not understand the reason why, but... Why did the bullet trajectory indicate it's the one who fired the shot? RPK, baby! Bronco Knight. I honestly refer to his Knight so much, I almost forgot that he's Bronco Knight. Like, legitimately. Take that! The person who fired that shot was none other than you, Mr. Knight. What? The path from the balloon back through the flag leads directly to the spot where you were standing. Updated trajectory. Yeah, baby.
But the guy's one of the President's bodyguards. Why the heck would we go around shooting balloons? This is absurd. What exactly are you trying to imply? That Mr. Knight, a man who has saved my life countless times, is my would-be assassin?
Seriously, Edgeworth, we put up with a lot of heat from you. But this, we're President Wang's bodyguards. We're the pieces he put on the board to protect the king.
I'll handle this, Knight.
Sorry, sir.
Mr. Edgeworth, the wind was indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of the speech. But the wind can pick up and die in an instant, can it not? Therefore, I need proof. Proof that it was blowing hard enough to lift the flags during that crucial moment.
The first shot was fired right around the time of the President's fist. I have a piece of evidence that shows just that. Perhaps it can also show us what happened with the flag then, too. Take that! Yes, right?
I have your proof right.
I can't quite bring myself to show it to him. What do you think, Kay? Of, a thing? Okay. This? Oh, no, I just wanted to feel it off my hand. You were just saying that wrong, you know? I suppose you should take another look. Okay. There'll be a picture, right? Take that! Your proof is in this picture right here.
This should be good. Which picture? Where?
You can see which way the flag was really blowing, right here. Take that! Do you know that this clearly shows the flag? There we have it. Proof that it was blowing towards you at the moment of the shooting.
Well, that means our pal over there did shoot the balloon.
Making him the assassin? Mr. Knight. Mr. Knight is not the assassin. He may have shot the balloon, but the president was on the other side of the time. Therefore, he can't be naming it response. Yeah, besides, why would I even shoot the balloon? What would be the point? And watch how you answer, or I might aim for something else next. There was a point, I'm sure of it. I can figure out what it was. Perhaps I can finally put this whole conundrum to rest. Knight definitely shot the balloon. He shot the right side balloon. The fact alone changes everything about the case. He shot the balloon because of his position. Because he shot the right side balloon, he's actually turning to the left from facing forward position. You see? Clamp. Why did Knight's sign position change? I told you, I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. So I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. Is that the only reason? Let us suppose the plan hadn't changed, and Ida remained positioned on the left. Given he was unable to turn his head to the right, would he even have been able to shoot the balloon west? Could it be the security plan was changed for the express purpose of popping one of the balloons? I think we suppose that to be the case. Two plans are different, so the theory detail reorganizes on point. Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders. That's right, the president was the one who ordered the change. So Knight could pop the balloon. Herm! Perhaps it was his idea. If I'm reading things right, the president knew in advance about the balloon shoot. Which means he must have had foreknowledge that he would be in someone's crosshairs today as well. I'm not typing to anyone, don't trust me. And if that's true, then everything else that's been bothering me falls neatly into place. How did the shooter get a gun past such heavy security? Why would they then carry out the shooting on such a conspicuous item of clothing? Why use a laser sight that will give away their location in an instant? And how did the president suffer no injuries at all, despite a direct hit to his vest? Those are the questions that Knight and the president don't want us to consider. There is only one possible reason for the sniper to fire this gun. To create the illusion of an assassination attempt. What? Huh? Idiot. You do understand what you say. Oh, I understand all too well. I understand everything now. Most of all, I understand why you were so keen to take this investigation off my hands, Mr. President. You want your real plans to remain hidden.
How dare you speak to me that way? Is this some sort of sick joke?
Oh, it's no joke, Mr. President, I assure you. It is simply the truth, as revealed by the careful application of logic and reason. Nothing more. The first shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting the balloon. The sound of gunfire and the bursting of the balloon were guaranteed to cause a panic. And then he fired again. He did? Yes, he fired 2 bullets, both of which were aimed at the balloon. As for why he did so, it's because the second shot was designated to create the impression that the president had been hit. So then what's the deal for him the best? I'm willing to bet that bullet was planted there long before the shooting even occurred. Seems the heroic president didn't put it after all.
That's not true! I was shot, I tell you!
We'll be able to verify that for ourselves if we take a closer look at the bullet. At the very least, we can find traces of Mr. Kniight's blood, correct?
But you said it yourself! You found the shooter in photograph! The person with the red hood!
Objection!
Oh, not entirely. I thought I made myself clear. You see?
That trajectory points to only one possible shooter.
Mr. Knight. Mr. Bronco Knight.
Then where does Tabby fit in all this?
She was simply one part of their plan. In order to place a suspicion elsewhere, they set about creating a fake assassin. The highly suspicious person with the red hood.
That's highly suspicious as well.
I have yet to ascertain exactly how complicit this Lloyd was in the whole scheme, but I can say with some confidence that none of the shots were fired by her. I suspect her only job was to point a laser sight at the president.
That's right. And I was tasked with turning your jacket inside out the moment the crowd fled into a panic. Yes. Thus making a mysterious red hooded shooter disappear. Then, when the gun and the security plan were later found in the trash can, it would have all appeared to have been the work of an assassin so skilled it could vanish into thin air.
But then the case would have gone cold.
Exactly what our friend here was hoping for. It makes sense now they wanted you off the case. Indeed, because the entire affair was a cheap ruse perpetrated by the president himself. Etc. Flop. It's time, though. This is the thing that's gonna be very curious. It's not this. It's the fact that we got our first objection coming up. The first voiced objection. In English. The one from... Well, we'll see soon enough. But it's gotta be different compared to the fan patch. So we're gonna find out together. Meanwhile. No, Presidential mask has well and truly slipped. Admit, the entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it? That stupid chief prosecutor had insisted on assigning you. How could I let this happen?
Objection!
What? That's certainly different.
Objection!
Okay, I think I might prefer the fan patch, but I'll listen to a few more objections to see. That is very different, in my mind. That's enough, Edward. Mr. Knight. Sorry, but I'm speaking with the president right now. Yeah, well, I'm doing my job as a knight, protecting my king. So go ahead, keep running your mouth. Perhaps it would be better if we stuck to the threatening each other with word? He wouldn't. Would he? Nah, I don't need to seem to shut you up. Alright, my move. Question. You claim I fired my gun from onstage. How do you figure I did that in front of a crowd of thousands? An excellent point. Time for my counter move, I suppose. You had a certain something that allowed you to conceal your action. A certain something, huh? Mighty specific. One might use to hide his actions from the crowd. Why? The attaché case.
Take that!
Bullshit! My attaché case? Yes. Take a look at the case photograph. Your right hand is completely obscured by that case. At the very moment this picture was taken, you are firing your gun. And in such a way that you wouldn't be detected.
Objection!
Objection! You don't let the facts get in the way of a good theory, do you, Andrew? Shame you don't seem to have noticed. Noticed what? That theories are all you have. Conjectures. Nothing more. The flag was billowing from the wind at precisely the right moment. I hit my gun with my attaché case. We changed the security plan because I couldn't turn my head. It's all just speculation. Circumstantial evidence, best. You can't prove any of it. If you at least hit the bullet that had burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine, you could have run my forensics to see if it matched my gun. But no, that bullet is at the bottom of the lake. You gotta go dredge it up. I hate to say it, but he's right. I don't have anything concrete. I thought not. Maybe now you can shut your mouth. Hold it! Holy shit, that guitar. It's Lloyd. Well, she could shed some light on this whole situation. I just need to get her to talk. Before I forget, with the whole Knight's objection and all that, I did see, because over on Twitter they were doing like mini sketches to like hype up the game before it came out with some of the characters in this game, and I saw that they did one with Sebastian the best, or Eustace Winner, and I saw that there was an objection in there,
And I didn't watch it because I know for a fact that that video is probably going to have Eustace's objection. And I don't want to wait until he actually shows up before that comes into my ears. God, it's gotta be interesting to hear it all. Especially by the time we get to the end. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Miss Journalist? No, never mind. That's what I thought. Miss Lloyd. I need you to be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever. You are a journalist after all, are you not? Dang it. I can't stay quiet any longer. Hey, you understand what you're doing, right? I think carefully before opening that mouth. I was so focused on bagging me a scoop, I forgot the most important thing of all. Real journalists don't lie. Ain't no dang scoop that ain't the truth. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, I should have showed this to you before. What is it? It's the laser pointer I used on the president. But that's all I done. I never shot nobody. You stupid. I thought I told you. You squeal and you go down to the company. It was him. He told me to do it. I was at Zengfaw's embassy, sniffing out a story like I told you. This was 3 days back. He comes up to me out of the blue and just starts talking. Help me out and I'll get you exclusive access to the president. That kind of stuff. But what about the gun in the trash? That I don't know nothing about, I swear. All he's told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood, pointed pointed at the president. I never thought for a minute it blew up my face so bad. I'm sorry. Truly I am. Thank you, Miss Lloyd. I'd like you to testify to that effect when this goes to trial. It'll go a long way towards proving that assassination is a sham. Ugh! What's with you people? Don't any of you know what's good for you? My sympathy was that I had you successfully removed this speak in this case as you intended. Perhaps then you could have kept your pawn quiet, Come here! So let me get this straight. Told Tab. You let slip about our fake assassination buckle had convicted for murder. Or something like that. Of all the dirty. I said no such thing. Hold it! President Wang? Give it up, Knight. It's time we came clean. It's our only choice. So, Mr. President, you admit that there was a plot to fake an assassination attempt? I do. I'm sorry. But why? Why do something like that? My popularity has been on the wane back home. It's far down the shitter. I ain't got no paddle. I thought surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I needed. I know what I did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies. All of it. Bullet in the vest? It was planned ahead of time. I wasn't hit by anything today. Prop used in the stage assassination attempt. Woo! But then, what was up with the killer? That planner got south somehow. And then he disappeared. No bet on turning a fake assassination into a real one. Hence the red raincoats, but you'd hope to get close enough to the fake assassin to finish the job. There is one thing I don't understand though. Oh? What would that be? Why did Rook have to die? The whole thing was fake. How did he wind up getting killed for real? That's true. And therein lies the real question. He was a fine bodyguard. The best, in fact. He may not have been a native of Zengfa, but he was someone I could fully trust. Mr. Rook was really something to gain the trust of somebody who's hide from his own shadow. Sounds like he was as trustworthy to the president as I am to you, huh, sir? I believe that's for me to say, Detective, wouldn't you? Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too, then, correct? He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really. I tried to involve him, but he refused. And you would have done well to listen to him. This is a tragedy. The life of a good man has been wasted. What was so great about him anyway? What's gone into him? He was just another piece on the board, there to protect you, nothing more. Mr. Knight, how could you? Who was it that actually went along with your plan, huh, Mr. President? While that pious coward backed down when you needed him to step up the most. I value your support too, of course, but... Look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. Now that that spineless fool Rock is gone, things are gonna change around here.
Thanks to me, genius strategist, grandmaster, rightful leader of this team.
We are well aware of your ambitions, Knight, but doesn't this seem a little imprudent to you?
Why? My plan this time was perfect, as they always are, and as they always will be. That's quite a statement, especially considering that your perfect plan was an abject failure. Yeah, no thanks to you and that buffoon Rook. How exactly was it Mr. Rook's fault? If he hadn't died, this kiddo would never come out, and they wouldn't have had left you on this plane.
Please, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk like that.
Fine, the guy died protecting me. I'm sure it's just what he always wanted. But did he die protecting me? Wait, I thought the whole assassination thing was fake. Oh, come on, do we have to say everything twice? We planned a fake assassination, but somebody else came along and tried to make it real. 2 shots were fired, remember? Like you said, Edgeworth, one of them was the bullet I shot for, but the second? That wasn't me. Oh, really? Then who did fire it? The real assassin, but not the killer. His plan was to come after the president with a knife. No, the most likely suspect here is the piece cowering quietly in the corner. Our lily white queen over there. What?
Miss Lloyd!
Again with this? I'm not your danged assassin. But is that really true? I, for one, don't believe it. A gun in the trash can. It can only belong to you. Okay. We've talked for a lot. Knight's Gambit. I think it's time for another intermission. Just to have a brief reprieve. We will come back to Knight's Gambit. There we go. We're safe now. Afterwards, after a bit, take the time for things to catch up. Catch up quickly. Come on now. We know what you like. Boopy doopy doo. Doodly doo. We can even press this button. So it is up to date. Alright. Okay, there we go. And then it moved over a little bit. What the fuck even? Alright. Yeah, just so we are certain that we are paused, we can press that button there. And start playing some music again. For a little bit. And I will see you in a bit after this little brief intermission to get drinks, etc. Oh god, that's actually whatever. Oh my god, no, stop it, please. Please, I need to talk over this because I forgot there was actually vocals in this thing. Fuck, shit, fuck. No. Stop it. I need to remove this from the playlist. Remove it quickly. Holy crap, holy shit bollocks. How long ago did I even put this in there? I don't even remember, man. Although knowing me, it's just gotta go right into some more, like, music that has lyrics in it. Oh, Jesus. Brief panic. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I guess when I press the next button. Ah, Lou! This was supposed to be an intermission, not a panic attack. Weird! And there's the drop frames. And then it changed over. Huh? Are we good now? We going? Okay. We're fine, I think. Load up the OBS again, so I can mute the microphone. We will actually be back in a little bit. See you in a bit.
Game's over.
Okay, I think I've recovered from that little adventure that we had when it came to suddenly lyrics. It's honestly been like a long time since I even put that into the playlist. So I was there for a while from an album I was touching lately. I did do some stuff, I did add some things to this, but it's just like, oh me, oh my. This probably would have done a lot better had I completely reset my computer and then only had the important things loaded up for one. But that's hindsight for you. Why is this in here? Oh right, the album updates. Video game lover. You can also pause this once it loads properly. Do. Unless, actually, which one? This one, right? It might. Maybe, oh god, this also has lyrics. What do you mean? Shit bollocks. You only listen to the first beginning part of this, don't you, Joshua? Lord have mercy. It did work though. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. I mean, can you? Deal with it later. All right, Joshua. Deal with it later. Okay. All right. We are better now. Doof. Okay. All right. Let's Gambit. Right? Yes, right? Please? There you go. Oh no, drop frames. Don't tell me the internet disappeared on me. No! I'll find out. Okay, so it is there. I think. We'll go in still. It's just a slight error on YouTube, but really will have to do better, like maybe reset before we do the next one of these. Shrug moment. Okay. As soon as I shot the balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back onto the plane. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in a safe. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. Miss Journalist was shot for a while you're escorting the president off stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can.
Bullshit, that thing is empty.
So you don't actually know when the victim was struck by the bullet, do you? The knight doesn't protect the rook, Edgeworth. He protects the king. What are you, dummy? You want to translate? He means that his only concern was protecting the president. Lose the king and you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess? But the win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed. Doesn't matter. Still a victory. I kept the president safe. I win. Well, it's a bit early to be calling a little match in any case, for this is where our battle really begins. Rebuttal. Knight's Gambit. Holy Gambit. Zoom over, if I have suspicions. Does it say? 2 spent bullets. Fuck, right. Go back.
Hold it!
Pressing. We're pressing now. The victim really didn't take part in our little plan then, did he? Nope! And we kept him in the dark on the detail. So we really thought the president was in danger? But wait! He must have noticed that the shot came from right next to him. Maybe he did. Guess we'll never know. And even if he did know it was a sham, he'd still have a job to do. Still have to protect his king. And was able to make a judgment like that in a split second? Impressive. He really was as capable as they say. Not so capable I couldn't read him like a book. I made it so we had no choice but to go along with the performance.
Hold it! Hold it!
Why do that? You and the president both knew the whole thing wasn't real. But it had to seem real. There are people everywhere. It's not a good look, right? Imagine if someone had spotted the man who'd just been shot at, hanging out in his plane, sipping grape juice like he didn't have a care in the world. What was the victim doing during all this? Who knows? I was in the safe room, like I said. Anyway, when I came back out, Rick was lying there on the ground. Who let him do that? Where on the ground, exactly? Right where he is now, in the middle of the floor. The door to the outside was shut, though. Guess the bullet must have hit him right before he closed it. And thanks to his little blunder, my whole plan fell apart. This night, you mustn't talk that way. He may have kept you safe, Mr. President, but he isn't here now to save your good name. I'd call that dereliction of duty. What would you call it? An honorable try. Which is more than what you'd give it, I'd say. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Miss Journalist was a shot where you escorting the president off stage. I mean, did I support everything in the evidence? But if the lace pointing at forehead?
Objection!
No. There's an obvious flaw in your testimony. You're right, and it's my greatest flaw of all. Perfection! My testimony's so airtight you couldn't find a contradiction in a million years. So why don't you try again, Edgeworth? The pressure's clearly getting to you. There's nothing you can say to that. Go over the evidence in this testimony one more time. Alright, press.
Hold it!
Weren't you and Mr. Rook both carrying bulletproof attaché cases? Yeah, a little bit them right after Rook spotted the laces. We moved into covering position and used them to shield the president. So the bullet that hit Mr. Rook traveled through a gap in our defensive shield. Do you really believe Miss Lloyd that skilled of a marksperson? No. She was aiming for the president. That makes her a lousy shot. So it was pure coincidence Mr. Rook was hit. And the bullet simply happened to find its way past your attaché cases and through a gap in his vest. Seems crazy to me too, but facts are the facts. It was a shot in a million, but the shooter hit the bullseye, and the proof is in your hands. Single killer shot. I mean, but that did that from a gunshot to the torso, but
Hold it!
So the second shot had nothing to do with you. Right, that one was fired by your little friend. Imagine the scoop sheet had bagged if it hit his mark. I'm a journalist, you hear? I don't make facts, I report them. Yeah, journalists who signed up to a fake assassination plan in hopes of getting a story. That's not... Look, I'll admit it. I set the whole thing up. And your role was to aim that laser pointer at the president. It's not my fault that wasn't enough for you. You were the one who decided to bring a gun to the party. Who knows? Maybe you thought if you kept on shooting, you could shut me up too. Turns Mr. Knight suggested 5 one-shot, and then Mr. Lloyd 5 1. Yeah, basically implying that Tabby also had a gun on her. Didn't see where she could have got one from, but hey, the entire testimony is pure conjecture. You can't prove anything. You're right. Let's hit him with some cold hard and denial. Right. Well, actually, no. 2 spent bullets. So why exactly are you saying 1 shot?
Objection!
Hey, hey. So you contend it was you who shot the balloon and Mr. Lloyd who shot Mr. Rook? Are you sure about that? Sure, I'm sure. Well, what you propose would indeed match up with the total number of shots heard. The gun from the trash can itself would also be fired twice. Now, why would the supposed number of shots heard from this gun differ from the number of spent rounds? It's simple. Because it was planted. Planted by the real perpetrator of the crime. Somebody faked the evidence? Yes. And if you think about it, the reason for doing so is obvious. To ensure that whoever found the gun would conclude that the shooter had been in the spectator arena. And in order to do that, they had to make it seem as if both shots had come from this one weapon. I get it. That's why he's got 2 spent rounds, huh? Precisely. So you've already proven the bullet that burst the balloon came from a different weapon. Which makes it entirely possible that the bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from his gun either. Nice work, Edgeworth. That's some high-grade shit. But why won't you get to the point? You've come this far. Spit it out. Oh, I intend to, don't worry. I'll spit on you. The person who really shot Mr. Rook was...
Take that!
You, Mr. Knight, you're the one who murdered Mr. Rook. Ooh, finally got up the courage to say it, huh? Surely not. Sure you wouldn't have. It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of his fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook, hoping that he would look like an accidental with a fumble assassination. With the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the plane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook, alone, together. And that was when your 3rd bullet was fired, right into your colleague's body.
Objection!
Objection! Wait, you're really gonna claim there's a 3rd one now? You just said that only 2 gunshots were heard. Wanna tell me how that works? The numbers don't add up. Airplane cabins are practically soundproof for tonight. If you close the door, nothing can be heard from the outside, not even gunfire. Well, wasn't the president right next door? Very true, which means he may have heard the shot himself. Well, Mr. President, I didn't hear anything. But you can observe this room for your security feature, you know? Apparently this room isn't normally on. I have to manually switch it on whenever I enter the safe room. And that's what you did this time too, right? Well, that is... What's gone into it? Mr. President, this is vitally important. Please, President Wang. Fine, I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears. What? Even though you knew the whole thing wasn't real? Yes. Because I hate the sound of guns. Hate, hate, hate! Just the slightest hint of that awful noise and... Oh, it's just too much. Oof. That dare Saturday the pot of overcooked crawfish. Mr. Knight, you saw that President Wang was cowering beneath the bed. Unfortunately, I have to cower as well. Huzzah! Back in a bit. You know what? No, I'm not even going to bother with the music again. Listen to the silence. We enjoy the silence in this household. I accidentally touched the A button with the power of a cable. Good thing there's a history button. You saw the person is carrying beneath the bed. We know that. I have food with me. Again, it's not mac and cheese this time, fortunately. It does happen to be something a little bit more involved. It's some kind of chicken and curry and rice. I may or may not take a couple of bites, but we leave it be, right? Leave it to the devices of modern medicine. I don't know. And what's more, you knew from the monitor bank that the security camera from this room hadn't been switched on, which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect for you to fire the third shot straight at Mr. Rock. Knight, how could you? Could you really have betrayed my trust so horribly? You think I killed the old half-wit? You don't trust me much, huh? This is the thanks I get for putting my life on the line, day after day. I want to believe you, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. What is it, a doubt here? What, you don't believe that the girl over there could have done it? No, because this gun isn't a murder weapon. We know this from the number of bullets fired. Yeah, well, how do you know there wasn't a spent bullet from the start? What? Someone could have fired a bullet from that gun yesterday, or the day before. Then today, another bullet, the bullet that hit Rock. That's pure speculation, pal, you know it. Maybe, but you can't prove it's not true. Not necessarily, no. You're nothing without conclusive proof, so come on. A single piece of evidence straight through my heart. I dare you. Well, what are you waiting for? Nugurk. There must be something. Mustn't that, Mr. Edgeworth? If you can't prove it, Tabby's. Please, Ruffles. I messed up. I know I did. I should have never have done what I did, not even for a spook. But murder? Nah, that ain't me. Ain't the murdered bone in my body. Conclusive proof. If only I could prove that Knight's gun is the murder weapon. Wait, perhaps I can. If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have had a scrap of credibility. Imagine, you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. If we had the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, forensics could tell us which gun was fired from.